Hey everyone, hope everyone has had a great week. It is Friday, again, end of a week, beginning of a weekend, and a good time to pause, reflect, and just take in everything that has happened during your day, during your week, that you have looking forward to for the following week. So with that being said, I wanted to share and kind of chat with you all today about how negativity creeps into our life. So many different ways that it does, and what we can do to try to manage that a little bit better, and helping to change the outlook of even the simplest things. And it's interesting when you think about how quickly our thoughts can turn negative versus the opposite of looking for a positive reason or outcome for something that may have happened or that may have transpired. And doing a lot of work on this myself lately, so it's top of mind. Want to be able to share, hoping that the little bit that I learn or that I can apply to my daily habits maybe would be helpful for you all too. So one of the quotes that I found to be very interesting and makes so much sense in regards to how our thoughts turn so quickly to a negative outcome. And it's, people drive to where their focus is pointed. And if you're focusing on the debris in the road, you're going to drive right towards it. But if you use your peripheral vision to guide you away from it and focus on what it is that you are aiming for, it removes it removes that debris from your vision, if that makes sense. And negativity is that debris in our life, and if we focus on it, that's what we're always aiming towards. That's the picture in our mind. And we each one of us has the capacity to control and retrain our mind and our habits to focus on the positive. And I'm sure so many of you are aware that it takes 5 positive comments to negate 1 negative comment. And you think about that, and many times, do you have 5 positive things that you think about during the day that you've even focused on? No, your focus is on maybe the 1 negative, probably on the 1 negative thing that has happened. So how do we retrain our thought process? How do we retrain our minds when those negative aspects start to creep in, on focusing on the positive and the reinforcement of what we can do to change that thought process? And some of the simplest ways that negativity can creep into our lives is by judging others. And this habit just teaches us to see the wrong in others and in ourselves. And the end result is you end up feeling worse than you did to begin with, instead of better. So judging others doesn't serve any positive purpose whatsoever. We need to focus on ourselves. We need to be better at treating ourselves better and talking to ourselves better and thinking about ourselves better. I'm doing a workshop now, and one of the things that is constantly being discussed is how our negative thoughts get into our head. And when you write those things down, or when you think about those things, would you talk to somebody else the way that you talk to yourself, or the way that you think about yourself? Probably not. And it's about, again, retraining our thought process in our minds to focus on the positive and reinforce and encourage ourselves, which then allows us to be in a better place to do that for others. Regret is another one. It's huge. We all have something that we regret. We all probably have many things that we regret. And if we're constantly focusing on those past mistakes, it's really, really difficult to expect change to happen, to expect to see improvement, to expect to be able to forgive ourselves. We got to let it go. You got to let it go. You got to move forward, and don't look at it as regret. One of the things I used to always tell my kids is a mistake isn't a mistake if you learned from it. It's a lesson. And I feel like that's what, why focus on the regret, oh my goodness, I can't talk, on regret. And instead focus on, because of that challenge, that experience, whatever you had gone through, what did you learn from it? How did it impact you? And how can you use it in a positive way moving forward? This next one is one that I am so guilty of, and I am actively working on thinking about this, reflecting about it, just making those necessary changes to remove the pattern. It's a bad pattern, it's a bad habit, and that's expecting the worst. If we are expecting the worst, many times we look at it as a self-protection. I'm expecting the worst, and that way if it happens, like I'm prepared. I'm prepared that this is probably what's going to take place. But actually, science has shown that 91% of our worries never come to pass. When you expect the worst, you're so focused on the what if and what might happen that we aren't able to enjoy and celebrate the fact that it didn't happen. And again, it's something I really struggle with and am actively working on. The last one would be unforgiveness. This kind of goes a little bit with regret, in that self-forgiveness removes that negativity from our lives, and it allows us to, again, look at what it is that we've been through, or that what has happened to us, and how has it changed us, how has it impacted us, and how has it made us feel, and recognizing that we don't ever want to feel that way, and we don't want others to feel that way. So if we can be cognizant and understanding that, yes, people will hurt us, things will happen that will be disappointing. Sometimes it's intentional, but many times it's not. And either way, holding on to those feelings is doing more harm to ourselves and our outlook than it's really doing anything else other than that. So drive to where you want to go on the road ahead, and not where you are on the road. And the quote that I'm going to end with for today is, inner peace begins the moment you choose not to allow another person to control your emotions. Think about it. I hope it helps. And please share your suggestions, your experiences, your challenges, and let's find ways to support one another, encourage one another, and make each of us the best version that we can be of ourselves. That's empowering. And I look forward to hearing from you, seeing your comments, and if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please subscribe. Hit that notification hit that subscribe button, and then anytime we post, you'll receive a notification so you don't miss any new content that's being put out there. We are also on Instagram, Forward Foundation, VA, and Facebook as well. So please like and subscribe, and if there's anything special that you would like for me to touch on, please share. I'd love to know and try to get that content out to you. In the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I hope you have time to spend with those that you love, doing the things that you love, and recharge for another week. And a new day, every day, is a blessing. Take care.